Good morning and welcome back. Speaking in a somber tone, may I just say, we did another set change. I said I would explain that the doctors, they're gone off to cry. No, the three persons who were here just now, frontline workers, all of them. One from Jamaica, Dr. Tamara, the other two, New York. So you can imagine they had started to talk about the containers of COVID, those who didn't make it. So I've sent them off to cool down because, of course, I know I had Ruthlyn Johnson sitting in the wings looking beautiful in red. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Our JPS partner continues to deliver. Let me tell you something. This must be some kind of cosmic punishment that I am falling in love with JPS. It is not right.
Yes.
It is not right, people. I'm telling you, no, it's not right. Don't try to.
Good energy. The company that gives you convenience.
I know, even the producer is surprised. The producer says he's aghast. JPS has won. No, people. Listen, I have been a staunch opponent of JPS for many years. Many years. But between, well, I've got to say, but now you have just been the icing on the cake. Welcome to the Morning Connection, Miss Ruthlyn.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, well.
And I'm so happy to hear that you are being.
I fall in love. Can you imagine?
Yes, man,
Tell you.
Evangelized, you know.
You are definitely evangelizing on this program. When I invited, when I pitched my proposal, or when the team pitched to Winsome and said, do something with us, and she said yes, and she made it possible, I never envisaged this is where it was going. I certainly thought I would be converting JPS. JPS a convert
But
me.
there are things
What a
for you to
something.
be converted to.
Yes.
So welcome.
So welcome.
Come along, producer.
Yes, you gotta work on the two producers.
Yes,
but you've been doing some marvelous work in the field.
Right.
We've had your colleague come to us at about 3 times, I think. About 3 weeks. We had Marilyn McDonald, who has spoken about the social intervention initiatives, and of course we had Winsome visit with us at least twice. Now Winsome is a hard act to follow on any day, and this morning she has sent you to me, so that tells me now she kick it up a serious notch. Tell us about your portfolio, because it starts with customer service. And yes, I know Jamaican customers are not easy, myself included.
Good to see me today for the first time and realize who
the voice behind the service.
So I'm Ruthlyn Johnson.
Yes.
I'm the customer service area manager for Area East. Area East is Kingston.
Oh Lord.
St. Andrew.
Yes.
And St. Thomas.
My area. Oh, really east, for true.
So I have
the land of the rising sun.
Largest number of customers. And
yes.
I have the uptown customers and I have the customers.
So you have diversity.
So I have a very interesting group of people to relate to. And then because I'm based at the Ruthlyn Road office,
yes,
I see customers from all across the country.
Oh, true, because the journey to come into the head of the beast.
Yes, and you come, and a lot of people think Ruthlyn Road is the head office. I don't know why.
No, that's the head of the beast.
If they come to Kingston to do something from Westmoreland,
yes, and they just want to stop by.
So anywhere they come from, you know, I'm going to stop by the JPS office and do something today. So I see customers from everywhere.
You know, I think it is a great sleight of hand by your corporate head office that Ruthlyn office is perceived to be the head office.
I don't know if we even did anything.
No.
I don't think it was intentional. Somehow persons just think that this is where
yes,
you go for everything. And sometimes when they're there, when they come there, they actually they really should be at the head office.
At the head office.
Them, no, this is not the head office. So weird. So where is the head office then?
We just assume it's where Miss Ruthlyn work, at the head office. But tell me, what is the, as you know, the expression Grundnorm came into my head. That is like out of sociology in the.
Which you're going to have to explain to me what that means.
The Grund, basic, base, foundation, norm, principle.
The basic principle of
customer service, of JPS's customer service.
Well,
throw that German word out of your head.
So the basic principle of customer service for JPS, and I know there are going to be some people right over there going
writing it down so they can sue you.
It's not being cynical, like really. The thing is, we really, really care about our customers. We make You heard the laughter?
I know there's. Why are people laughing?
And I know this. You heard what I said? They're going to be some stinning. And they're going to be reacting.
Yes.
But it's okay.
But can I?
Okay. It's okay.
But can I tell you one or two diners in the pavilion looked up? I think that the one lady is looking.
And I'm going to repeat it.
You care about your customers.
About our customers.
Because if we die, you don't get any money.
The challenge is. I'm not listening to minutes right now.
But it's true. You gotta keep us alive.
Is that it's an expensive commodity.
Yes.
And unlike your watch, because people go and buy a $1 million, $2 million watch, right? And they wear it.
Yes.
And it's okay, and they feel the value of it. The thing is that you take JPS's service for granted.
Yes,
So
that is
it's only
true.
when you don't have it that it becomes a problem. So if there's an outage or if you get disconnected, God forbid, then you have a problem, because outside of that, you really take it for granted, because you wake up, you turn on the light comes on, you plug in your phone or you charge it and it's okay. Your child goes on the laptop or the game, whatever game machine they have, and they play the game. So it's a commodity that's taken for granted. So because it's so expensive, it's an issue like, why should it be so expensive when it's something that you don't even, it's not tangible.
Yeah.
You can't see it, you look at the watch and you see the watch, but you don't see the electricity. So it doesn't have that kind of value that it should have for persons. Yet we are the company that gives you convenience. We give you the opportunity to have romance. I mean, we turn on that love music, you get your thing going.
I know, most people like romance in the dark.
You shouldn't be. You should see what you're doing. You exercise. You have those machines that help you to exercise.
Yes, and keep track of everything.
Basically,
it makes life easier. So you are zeroing in
critical to what you do.
Yeah,
because of that, we care about the customers, because we always want to make sure that you have power. So even when we do a maintenance outage, persons think that we turn off the power. We're maintaining the thing to make sure that you
so
get the service.
Absolutely.
And then there are other times when somebody hits down a pole.
Yes.
Oh, but people just always think we turn off the power.
That
Why
JPS.
would we turn off the power?
And it done all day.
If we don't turn off the power too, the meters would not be working. It means we're not making money. So why would we turn off the power?
That's true. All of it requires, mature understanding and reflection, but you're zeroing in on the necessity of electricity. It is one of those commodities that is now really essential to life in a modern society. Right. It's right there. In fact, as I said, the only thing that is running neck and neck with it probably is data, internet access. Right. I mean, because water, if you stand up long enough, rain will fall and you can.
I love this lady. Stand up long enough,
rain will fall on you. Well, some can hire a few dancers, but you're right. It is a necessity for modern living, and therefore both the provider and the customers have to have a better understanding of how you keep it going.
My view and my approach, even from my portfolio, is really to get customers to have an understanding. For me, it's a relationship.
Yes.
So you and I, we're in a relationship.
Absolutely. And
it's just that sometimes you don't understand. You got into this relationship with me and you don't understand some things that you should.
Right.
So I have a responsibility to you, and there are responsibilities that you have to me as well in this relationship. So when I get persons who are angry and annoyed and think, my job is to educate them.
Yes, because that means they've been disappointed in the relationship.
Right. Because sometimes they're complaining about stuff that there's something that they didn't do. And it's for me to get them to understand the nature of the relationship, because especially now that we're online, we're doing a lot of things online. You're even setting up accounts right now. You're not even going face to face.
Right.
So you don't get an opportunity to talk to somebody to say, okay, what are some of the things I should know about this relationship?
So for you, the human element in the relationship continues to be important.
It's important for me. I don't know if there's anybody else in JPS who it's not important to. It's important to me.
How do you strive to maintain that contact in the increasingly digital age? Because I tell you, I've called the different lines and I get the recordings, because everybody's using an IVR of some sort, and then there's the automated response and the music that plays for half an hour. And I mean, by the time, if it is deliberate, it works. By the time you hear a human voice, you're just overjoyed.
All right.
So how are you maintaining that element of the human contact?
So we maintain the human element by having a call center that is
Real people.
that has real people sitting in there. The challenge that you experience, Minute, comes from the time of day most times when you try to make contact. I
Yes.
find that when customers call us between, say, 8:30 to like 4 o'clock, it's a long queue.
Yes.
You're waiting in a queue. If you call us after, say, 7 o'clock,
I'm first in the line.
you get through very quickly.
So,
I encourage
yeah.
customers to do that. At the same time, the IVR does have automated responses because there are persons among us, like maybe your producer sitting over there who's on her phone from the time I come here. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to a person.
Yes.
She just wants to say, here, press 1 for that person.
Right,
Do
right.
everything, and she's gone.
And you're gone.
You and my other friend here may want to talk to a warm body. So
Alright.
they are there, but
She's making some generation type
it
comments
is.
here.
I like face to face. I'm a communicator, so I love
Yeah.
face to face interaction because nothing beats looking in your eyes and realizing that you don't understand what I'm saying, so that I can clarify. And,
You can close the gap.
reiterate. So yes, we do have those persons there, and even on our digital platforms, for example, on the mobile app, we do have live chat on the mobile app where you can actually talk to
ask-
somebody
yeah,
back and forth, just
right.
as how you do on
Yes,
WhatsApp.
yes.
And then we do our mobile offices where we go out in our communities so we can meet with people. They say press flesh. We can go out and meet with persons. They can talk to us. So we do have that as well. We do maintain.
Can
a
I
lot of
ask
different
you,
ways that we persons can talk to us.
are you having like an aging population of customers, or you're?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
In fact-
because I just want to know how you're experiencing that transition to the more digital experience for
We're
customer
We're
service.
having a challenge with our senior citizens.
There's no reason to laugh, but I could just tell that.
It's interesting. You have a few in the mix who are wanting to say that I'm with.
I'm on top of
So they're
things.
coming in and saying, I want to learn about this app thing and I want to do it, and then I'm going to ask my grandchild to assist me with it. So you have a few of those, but then the majority of them really are. They're not angry, they understand that the world
Has
going in a
moved,
particular
yes,
direction, and they're a
yes.
little bit worried about themselves. So they do try, but they still come in person. And sometimes I'm concerned about them because some of them are really in a state where they shouldn't be out on the road.
Oh yes, but
And they're
GPS
out,
is
and I worry-
important.
And I worry
So
about them, how they manage to navigate their way
even
around
just
the streets.
public transportation
that.
and the roadways.
But
Yeah.
they do come in our office, in fact, of all the areas that we have. So, we have area northeast, west, and
Yes.
south. Area east, my
Yes,
area
yes.
gets the most
Foot traffic,
foot
people
traffic
coming
from
in.
the elderly
Yeah.
coming in,
Yeah.
despite things going in a particular
In a
direction. But when
digital,
they come
yeah.
in, we do accommodate them because we have seats for them.
Right, and so you do
give them
care
face-to-face
and show the
service
care.
For the most part, we have somebody who is assigned to give them face-to-face service and not force them to go.
to go into
on
the
there.
digital route.
Right.
One of the I found it mildly entertaining. Arriving at the airport, like in the immigration, the hall, and seeing the digital, kind of check yourself in
Yeah.
stations
I've seen.
and watching the people looking at it like,
Wondering what is this?
why is it here? So I go close, stand by it.
You're like, wait, it gonna bite me, kind of thing.
I know. Shouldn't say it, but
It's an interesting time.
it
that
is
we're
an
in,
interesting time
and
in
even
which we're living.
myself, I think of what's gonna happen, like in 2029, 2030.
Yeah,
am I gonna be able to
10, 15
function?
years
Because
from now.
I'm honestly thinking that we're going to be able to touch her over there, and she's in Linstead. Things are going at a pace that is.
Yes.
Wake up this morning and this thing that just came yesterday and is there is no longer.
It's obsolete.
Outdated
Obsolete.
in a flash. So
And
it's something to think about.
So that leads me to, in your customer service portfolio, you obviously have to be addressing these challenges that come with an aging population and fast-moving technology, and even some of the environmental issues, reducing your carbon footprint in a country with, an economy that will not allow persons to rapidly transition to electric cars or to, solar panels and so on. I'm curious just to get your perspective on how you handle these shifts and make sure that the customer whom you care about, and I accept that because you converted me. the customers whom you care about are able to keep pace with you, not get left behind, and at the same time still be responsive to some of the pressures. I know summer is here. Even myself, I'm looking at the AC longingly and saying, I need more of you. But how are we going to do it? How do you manage some of those areas, and what advice are you sharing with us this morning?
The thing is, for customers, is for them to understand that, first and foremost, let's not pretend, let's not hide away. Electricity is expensive. And it's more so expensive now since the
war in Ukraine and supply chain problems.
Right.
Generally after pandemic.
Right now, electricity is about $66 per kilowatt.
Moving from what?
Moving from about 40 something.
Oh my.
Yes. So it's gone there.
Yes.
The fuel rate on your bills this month is $31 and change. And that has actually climbed a little bit. In February, it went up to $36 per kilowatt. That's for your fuel rate.
Just for fuel.
That's for fuel on your bill. And it means the thing not cheap. It means that if you had paid like about $8,000 for, say, 210 kilowatts last year, this time, you're probably paying almost about maybe $13,000, $14,000 for that same amount of electricity.
Right. You have done nothing except got older.
Exactly. And that's why I tell people, because they come in and they say, I've not done anything different. I don't do, and I say, I know you probably have not done a thing different, except that the prices of fuel and the conversion of the US dollar have changed. And so you are now paying more for maybe the same amount of electricity. I tell my customers also, you will never pay the same figure for your light bill if you use the same exact amount of kilowatt hours every month. You'll never pay the same amount. It will either be a little bit
more or less,
or a little bit more.
Those variables are not within
every month, and why it changes, you will never, because the fuel rate changes every month and the US dollar value changes every month, right? Now, because of all of that, so you can't control the prices. And if you don't have solar, and if you don't have a river running by, you're not using hydro, and if you don't have 10 cows in your backyard, so you're using biogas kind of thing, it means you're tapping onto our grid. And it means you have to understand the relationship. So what I want you to do is use energy wisely. So it's summertime. Summer is coming up. The AC is going to be the favorite thing. I hear you say, looking at it with that longing desire.
Oh, yes. And then when I wake up early in the morning, and it's still on, I'm like, oh, dear God, we didn't.
No, up to the timer. Where's your timer?
Yes, but I wake up. When you wake up, you're not even quite sure what time it is. But your first thought is, have I burned too much electricity while I was sleeping?
All night, I can tell you, it's not pretty.
No, it is not all night. It's real early morning.
What I do these days, because the mornings are hot as well. So while I'm getting ready,
Yes, to get the excellence in place.
I have a fan now, a roving fan in my house. So you can stay there. I carry the fan around with me. So when I'm in the bathroom doing the titivating and stuff, the fan is plugged in right there and doing the thing. So I'm under the fan, and when I move to the bedroom, I carry that. I have a roving fan because I have AC in my house, but I don't turn it on because I know the cost of electricity. I don't want to pay for it. And I always tell people, even though they like to talk about JP's employees get discount, but the difference is the discount come out of my salary before I get my salary.
Yes.
So I don't have an option to say like some people are going to pay. Yes. Pay the light bill later. I have to pay it. It comes out up front. So
wisely.
Let's talk about using wisely of electricity.
Yes.
It's summertime. COVID was here, so we were locked up in the house. I want us to come out, go outside. Everybody said we're outside. I want us all to go outside and enjoy yourself. So take yourself outside and start enjoying the outdoors. So that means you're not in the house utilizing all them things that are in the house. Go outside with the children, have some fun. Stop using the air conditioning units. Cut down on the opening of the refrigerators, because the children, when they're home,
they don't want all kind of icy.
The more you open the refrigerator, the more warm air gets into the chamber, the harder the fridge works. So you want to cut that down. You also want to pack ice and juices and stuff in an igloo. Invest in a
a small igloo. Yes, that's in there, certainly a good suggestion.
Get the fridge, and then you just take things from the igloo.
Right.
It means you're cutting down on how much warm air enters the chamber of the refrigerator, so it doesn't work over time. Those pool pumps, You need to know that they, pool pumps, any kind of pumps you have,
Yes.
they usually burn a little bit of electricity. So you want to probably go to the beach instead and leave the pool.
Can you imagine summers when you close your pool? The beach, you start a whole new argument there now, because people gonna start ask which beach, because the government don't sell all the beaches.
There are a few. There are a few.
We're gonna have to do a whole show on what beach you can find.
Go to the beach.
Yes.
Cut down on the amount of time you spend in the pool. And we're not telling people not to enjoy the things that you have at home for convenience, but I want us to have a consciousness where I will decide that I want to pay for it. For example, if you decide, Minute, that you're going to use your AC,
know that
AC,
we're gonna
spend money on the AC, but
and swap out something else.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
So that's what I want you to
Yes.
be conscious about how you use this stuff. You also want to not leave the fans just running, because fans don't cool rooms. Fans blow hot air from around you. So leaving a fan on in a room is a waste of
If
electricity.
no one is there.
If no one is in there, you let it blow on you when you're in the room. So turn it off as soon as you're walking away. And then when you come back, it blows the hot air from around you. That's what a fan does. People like to leave it in there thinking it's cooling on the room. The room is just going to be, it's just swirling the hot air on around. So don't leave your fan on. And then you want to make sure that because you're on the outside also, the television sets are not running. And you wanna keep the children away, and the gadgets are also not operating. So for this summer we're saying unplug and chill out outside.
Unplug and chill out.
Both you
Yes.
and the appliances, and chill out on the outside. We want you to go feel the sand in your toes.
That's a
between your
nice
toes.
campaign, actually.
Enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Grounding yourself. You're putting your bare feet on the sand and feeling the sand. She's looking at me intently, because she's gonna be doing this. Yeah, your husband going to
Selfies.
be
She'll
on
do
this.
selfies on
Yeah.
the beach.
Take time to connect with your youth. Take time
Yes.
to connect with the youth. Go Devon House and go buy some ice cream and sit down and talk with the youth. Find out what are your dreams and goals.
Yes.
Where you wanna
Let
go, where you
Devon House burn the electricity and pay
go
the bill.
somewhere and use
Other people's
Look,
electricity.
they're over there. They're using
Light and-
light right now. They're not paying for it.
No,
Well,
but
they might be paying in their subscription.
they definitely will be paying in the
Date night
price
is
of the
here.
food.
Couples,
Yes,
go out with
yes,
husband
yes.
and have a meal at the restaurant.
And use their electricity.
Connect. Bring on the intimacy, bring on the connection between you and the husband, and burn for them.
Yes, I'm liking the other man's electricity.
So we want you to unplug
Yes.
and unplug your appliances.
So
Unplug yourself and get yourself.
I have to ask you,
Yes, let's hear it.
what that unplug campaign. I love the fact that it is giving a priority to healthy activities, and I mean you could choose any kind of campaign.
Yes.
What's the thought process behind a campaign like that? What did you all sit in a room and say, this is...
Well, I must confess I wasn't in the room.
Yes.
But if I know Winsome and my team very well,
Yes.
I know that they would want to connect the communication with something that's relatable. And it's the fact that we were in COVID and people are really excited about this. We outside content.
Yes.
Outside. I know they
Yes.
want it. They would want to connect.
Yeah,
the
it
fact that
has-
we're outside and
it has
utilize that
heart.
outside to benefit you in terms of reducing the amount of money that you're spending.
No, it has
on
heart,
electricity.
and I would say it is a tick in the box when you say you care about your customers,
We do.
Wanting healthy Jamaicans, wanting persons to find
I'm looking if there's any
alternatives.
reaction.
No, I think you converted them. No, that is a good campaign.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a good
And
campaign.
It's really to have our customers use electricity, enjoy the benefit of it, and not scream and bawl when they get their
Yes.
bills. And just to make a plug right here, that if you want to be able to manage yourself even better, we have the prepaid option for customers.
Oh yes, I'm loving that one. I just
you
haven't
have
found
it?
my way onto it yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I gotta convince the team.
It works. Customers who go prepaid usually attest to the fact that they spend
They feel
about
greater
35% less on electricity because you decide,
conscious.
you purchase $6,000 of worth of credit and you put it on your meter and you say to the children, let me tell you something in here. I'm not spending $1 more.
Wear it, Margaret.
And
Pop.
because you have the little device that you can watch, you're seeing your 200, 199, 198. When it reach a point, you say, oh no, don't open the fridge again. No, we're not washing the clothes until next week. We're washing
when we
everything
put
one
on
time.
more, yes.
Do not run the washing machine. And people are able to manage themselves. And because of that, when it comes down to the point now where they're hearing the beep, 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 mean is it low? them say, all right, we're going to wash with our hand. we're going to plug out the fridge.
You find new ways to do old things.
At 6 in the morning.
Yes.
And they hold on to that little bit and they make it serve them.
Yes.
So people do attest to spending less rather than just using, and then we get a bill. Yeah.
I like the fact that it's giving genuine power
in
in the hands, and it's teaching a bit of financial literacy too, because the value of a dollar just take on more. Right. Yes, yeah. Those are real excellent points. I'm just thinking. No, I got the break signal, so
we're on a break or we're done. Which one?
I think we're done. What time is it?
Done already?
Listen to me. It's been 30 minutes.
Get ready for talk.
It means you have to come back.
I could do part 2.
Yes. Listen, we work hard at making sure that everybody wants to come back.
Right, because I'd love to get into, the specifics, how much this refrigerator runs and how much it would cost.
No, you have to come back, please.
So I can come back to give the specifics about the different appliances.
Yes, please. I would love that. I mean, every time Winsome teach something here, people are transformed by the knowledge of how you can
and that will
exercise.
Build the relationship that we have with our customers, and that's something that I want.
And it means you would invest in me because I'm opening the door to the ears of the listeners who, So you see, a partnership.
Right.
Thank you.
All around.
Yes. It's been a real pleasure.
Remember, unplug, enjoy outside, and
see, like what we are doing.
Less on,
we are enjoying outside. Right. All right, please stay with us. We're going to take a short break and then we'll be right back.